All right.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Real Convo. My name is JP, Uncle Mo, and my man, Cool McCain, man. This is season 1, episode 1, man. And today, we are going to do a little something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Young Phil. I'm the hip-hop artist and producer. This is a podcast I started a couple of months ago. This is Uncle Mo. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
I'm Uncle Mo. I'm just here for the show.
And my man, Cool McCain.
Cool McCain, baby. I'm just here. I'm a sports enthusiast. Let's get it in.
All right. So we're gonna start the topics off first. I'm gonna let both of y'all start the topics off first, man. What y'all gotta talk about today?
Well, first of all, fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Yeah, that's enough. We only got a little bit of time here, guys. With the game's on in about an hour. Make sure you tune in. I don't know what is it on ESPN.
ESPN and I think NBC should be on NBC.
It's on one of them,
night,
yeah.
You know
So if you want to see the Dallas Cowboys lose again, tune in because that's what's going to happen.
Interesting game because both of the teams are 3-3.
Yeah. So this is for first place, and I fully expect the Eagles to come out ready, very very well prepared, and orchestrate that offense. They got to get a faster start. Those slow starts are killing me, yo.
Yeah. Do y'all think that Doug Peterson is going to do more of a run game or a passing game on this?
That's a good question.
I hope we're gonna run. But I will say the good news is we are playing the Cowboys,
and they suck.
Well, they
Cowboys suck. Oh,
same thing. They come out and they have a lot of slow starts.
Right.
So
yeah.
Maybe a game where we can actually get a little bit of a lead and not always play from behind.
The only problem is both the defenses suck. Like our secondary is trash right now.
Well, we're getting Jalen Mills back.
Secondary is trash.
Yeah, we did get Jalen Mills back.
We got Jalen Mills back. So
When's Jackson coming back?
That's gonna make a difference.
He might play slightly today. I know he's still out.
They ruled him out. He's out.
They talked about it all week. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
So we got a couple of injuries on the.
We got a ton of injuries.
Oh yeah.
What's some big name injuries we got right now?
Well, Deshaun Jackson is the main one. We need that guy back. Everybody else, you can kind of it's next man up with the Eagles,
Well, also you got to remember Jason Peters is out. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start. So Dillard's gonna be starting. Our first round pick. But he looked a lot better as he played more last week, and he's got a week of practice with the first team. So
he was actually effective last week. Hopefully he gets in there and picks up that slack.
Yep.
I'm just worried about the secondary. I'm really worried about the secondary. I know Amari Cooper's not 100%, which is good for us because if he was 100%, he'd probably eat our secondary up like Devontae Adams did. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford that. The run game's been very effective. I think since we did switch over to the run game a little more. Yeah, Sanders is nice. But Howard though, because Howard is the man.
Howard's the guy, bro.
He's the guy. I like Sanders better though.
I like the way he runs, but he's like. As a matter of fact, I'm from the family of let's use one running back. Like I don't even really like using two running backs because your running back can't really get in a good rhythm when you're you let them run one down, then you bring in another guy. Then at one point they were playing first down they got Howard, second down they got Sproles. No, second down he was using Sanders, then third down they using Sproles. None of them get a chance to get into a real rhythm, a flow for the game. Like I like those workhorse running backs. That like a Brian Westbrook used to be, or Shady. You know what I'm saying? Where you're my guy, you're getting the ball no matter what.
I got a serious question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all know how Doug Peterson and me and Uncle had a conversation about this with him and his fourth down conversions. Do you think that he should take those chances in this game today?
Absolutely.
Seeing that we need to get first place with this.
Absolutely.
And why?
Because you don't change your whole philosophy, your whole what is it?
Rhythm?
Yeah, rhythm. I'm all about rhythm, brother.
I mean, you have a coaching style, right? So whether you like it or you don't like it, the thing about Doug Peterson is he's going to take chances.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The chances may work, the chances may not work, but he's taking chances. So what he's saying is basically, I'm coming to win.
Right.
If it doesn't work, I'll take ownership. It was my decision, but I'm attempting to win the game. I'm attempting to take those 3 or 4 plays to determine the game and try to get those plays that go the way of my team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest, I think, strength that we have tonight is coaching, because I feel like Doug Peterson
is a far better coach.
Yeah, if he just coaches within himself,
yeah.
doesn't try to do too many things and just does what he does, allows the running game I know Uncle Mo was saying he likes the one back. I like two backs. I like a lead back, but I like the change of pace back or the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
So my anticipation or my expectation, I should say, going into the year was that we were going to do more of. We'll start out with, Howard. We brought Jordan Howard in to be the lead back,
and then they didn't even use him like the first 2-3 weeks. That's why we lost.
Right, and then you put Sanders in for a change of pace. Also, keeping in mind we don't have Deshaun Jackson. Sanders is another guy that we can get open down the seam. Him or
That's true. I like what you're saying. I like Sanders as a receiving back. He's an excellent receiving back. He's huge.
Absolutely. We also
He's
talk
tall.
about
He got great hands.
Ertz not getting as much play now because of the new guy.
Yeah, Goddard's a lot of touches away from Ertz, but it's been effective.
But Ertz is our third and fourth quarter playmaker.
So I've been seeing Ertz drop a lot of balls.
Right, that's why
Jeffrey has, Aguilar has, everybody has. Let's contribute that.
Please don't mention that name again.
But the thing is,
do not mention that man's name again. Nelson Aguilar has to go.
The guy that has the least drops is Jeffrey. Jeffrey's dropped 1 or 2 passes. I'm not going to act like
he's got great hands. He doesn't drop much.
But he makes good hands, and he normally takes care of the ball.
I think Sanders too. He really.
Sanders fumbles a lot.
But he catches it. At least he catches it. What he does after that, I get it. But I don't know. At least he catches it. It's too many drops this season.
So,
but
who's going to? All right. Before we move on from this game, who's going to be the problem that the Philadelphia Eagles have to deal with today from Dallas Cowboys?
Well, I think it's going to be Ezekiel Elliott out of the backfield. We're going to have to pay attention to him catching the ball as well.
Do you think Prescott's going to be
that's going to be the problem?
Do you think Prescott might what I'm saying, shock some sheep?
If he gets loose, we don't want to let him get loose because he has gotten loose on us.
Tight defense.
Our D-line has actually been pretty nice.
And you got to also remember, it's been a few games since we beat the Cowboys. So we as fans like to say the Eagles, we're going to destroy the Cowboys.
It just doesn't go like that.
If you're really real about it, I mean, they beat us like the last, 3 times we played?
Yep.
So it's a big game for us, like as far as we both 3-3, but it's also a big game for us in that we need to win and we need to show that ain't no team out here going to dominate us.
Thanks.
And right now, it's looking like, hey, Dallas got our number. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they don't.
We need to shut all that down. Put it just as blunt as
I changed my number, bro.
Hey, yo. So breaking news: Matt Ryan is out.
Matt Ryan, you heard his ankle. We got a couple of quarterbacks go down this week. We have Mr. Mahomes. All you guys out there that thought he was about to be the MVP, guess what? He's not.
Let's talk about Mahomes.
Mahomes been hurt. He's gotten hurt the last 3 games. Each game he's gotten hurt. He hurt his ankle.
Did I not call it like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I said Reed should have pulled him out.
And the thing is, he's it's not that he did anything wrong. He hasn't done it. He's playing excellent football, but it's like I can't even explain.
It's like when McNabbs was throwing up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, come on,
and
man.
Reed was pushing him.
You didn't. Did this guy just do that?
But it's a comparison, though.
Oh,
and
no, that's no comparison. No,
it's the same coach.
It's the same coach, but the only person you can compare Donovan McNabb to is Willie Beeman. Okay, he did a Beeman in the Super Bowl of all places. Not in the playoffs, not in the regular season, in the Super Bowl. Yeah. This guy does this. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, it's unacceptable. Like McNabb, a lot of people talk about him in Hall of Fame. This is not. I know he won a lot. He won us a lot of games. Okay, we went to the NFC Championship multiple times. I love it. But did you win? But did you die? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
So how many quarterbacks? There's a total over 10 quarterbacks.
So if you think about
the Steelers got 3 of them.
Yeah. So you got Roethlisberger obviously went down. Drew Brees is out.
Drew Brees,
you know what I'm saying?
Mahomes
is out.
Matt Ryan.
What's the new guy over at the Steelers name? What's his name?
No one knows.
Mason Rudolph.
His name is Uncle
Mason
Mo.
Rudolph.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm about to go up to Pittsburgh.
Mason Rudolph took a hell of a hit, yo.
Yeah, it was scary.
That was a tough hit.
They didn't even eject him from the game, but then turned around and fined him 2 weeks later.
Well, see, I don't like the fine thing, because I think you have to look at it 2 ways. When you see the play in real speed, right?
Yeah.
Not
it's
when
different.
We slow it down and you look frame by frame.
Yeah, could the guy have pulled up or let up or what? You can see the difference.
He hit him helmet to helmet.
He hit him helmet to helmet, but if you watch the play, he wasn't aiming for that. That wasn't his intention.
But it was the way the quarterbacks went down that it was. So the man. He had already launched himself. So if I launch myself at you and you go down like this and my helmet happens to hit yours, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the fine doesn't seem justifiable to me.
Okay.
Because of that situation, And there's been other hits like your man Perfect. Did they just like, yo, you just go for the rest of the season?
Yo, he's trash though. He
deserves that.
He's a dirty player.
It's habitual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something that he's consistently doing. Mm-hmm. It's not like a one-time thing.
Right.
Like if you're a guy that you hit somebody the wrong way one time, it is what it is. It happens. We playing football, or it happens every once in a while. But this cat is something he did a lot. And then with so many people out, it's getting really crazy.
Right.
And then on top of that, you look at other important injuries. I think the biggest one to me, there's actually two more. Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback from Alabama. He got hurt yesterday. Man. Then you look at Zion Williamson's out.
Whoa, yeah, that's heavy. That's going to
knee injury.
That's gonna. The thing is, I thought they were probably gonna come out maybe 4th in the West, 4th or 5th. This changes that.
Right.
If he's out like for 10 games, you can lose all 10 of those games
the same
easily.
Knee injury that he incurred when he had that.
That's the other thing I'm worried about. Like you don't want him to be a Greg Oden.
Well, and we talked about this too early in his career for him to have 2 knee injuries.
And also, if you I read about this yesterday. It actually goes back to high school.
Yeah,
this is the knee he originally injured in high school,
and this is nothing. It's not new.
Everybody in reports are saying that they feel as if he's too heavy for his weight, that he needs to either tighten up or slim up a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now,
I don't know about
a heftier guy, and you might want to drop a few pounds. You might want to.
But I don't think he needs to right now, though. But Shaq is different. Shaq's there's never going to be another Shaq.
He wants to be a high flyer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
He's not. So his size would be fine for me if he was like a Charles Barkley type player. I know you.
And that's why I really believe his game to me is like Charles Barkley. But what he's doing that I don't like is like he wants to be a high flyer, but I think he's over jumping actually, if that's possible. Like he jumps way more aggressively than he has to.
Right.
I think he's going to have to slow his game down a little. Mm-hmm. It's not really slow it down, but just he's going to have to finesse it a little more.
He's going to have to play it smarter.
Yeah, he does because he does have a lot of weight. I don't think he's too big. I just think he's not realizing how much pressure he's putting on his knees and everything. Because, like I said, remember Greg Oden? This dude was he got picked before Kevin Durant, didn't he?
Oden,
Odin went to what? Portland.
Yeah,
and KD went to Seattle. And I'm like, Kevin Durant is so OKC. My bad. Yeah,
he's fresh in the league, so he's going against these guys that are about
grown men, bro.
A foot taller than him, 50 more pounds bigger than him,
or more. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Then got a couple years.
That's a lot of stress, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different.
And you talking about an 82 game season, man? 82 game season. You got we in the preseason, and you out here jumping like it's the finals.
So he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss the first couple of games of the regular season, and then he's supposed to return.
I think when he returns, will he be 100%?
And
no, well, we're gonna find out.
They haven't really put out he's gonna miss 7 games and he'll be back.
Right, they haven't said
anything. They just said a couple.
They're just saying a couple.
Yeah, but we don't know what that means.
Cautionary.
Well, I heard 4 games.
Well, we don't know.
So
we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Good luck, Mr. Williamson. I wish you the best. But tone it down, man. You ain't got to jump over the rim to put the ball in it. You feel me?
Do you think Cam Newton should be traded?
Yes. I don't think he should be necessarily, but he will be.
Allen's nice.
Kyle Allen is very nice.
He's nice.
I don't think you're going to find a buyer for Cam Newton.
Why not?
Because he's a free agent this summer. So there's no point in.
Wait a minute.
There's no point in putting
trading him, right?
And trading him when he's going to.
Because you can just release him.
Because he can just go at the end of the year. You keep him as
and somebody can pick him up, so he's not going to get traded.
He comes back, but I don't think you're going to. So I think this is the last year we're going to see Cam Newton in a Carolina Panthers uniform.
Okay,
me too.
What team do you think would be interested in?
Pittsburgh. Nigga, y'all ain't got no quarterback. Sir, they have no quarterback.
Well, here's the thing. Roethlisberger is going to be back next year.
Roethlisberger's done.
Roethlisberger's going to be back next year, bro.
But he's not. How effective is that guy going to be?
I'm sorry, I'm cutting the rules, but fuck Roethlisberger. He's done.
How? I don't know how effective he's going to be. I know it's Big Ben. It's still Big Ben.
But this is his ninth injury. His ninth injury.
Well, let me ask
since
you.
his start.
But so that means he done been through 8. He used to it. He can do it.
2 of the injuries is his knees.
What's funny? What's crazy though is every time he's come back, he's been very effective.
This was his arm. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be back.
That's a big.
Do you think it'll be effective as his throwing arm?
I think
it's his throwing arm.
He'll be back.
And it's his elbow.
I think he'll be back.
If you're really being honest, these guys they have millions of dollars that they can to make sure that they have the correct way that they rehab.
Hey. They didn't want to give up $14 million.
How about Miami? Who's Miami's quarterback? Let's send Cam there.
Miami.
What they got? Tannehill?
Yeah,
Tannehill.
Miami could use him.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay
would be
well,
he's not going to 49ers.
He's not. Yeah, they own Garoppolo. They love that guy. And he's not going to Tampa either. They're not going. You're not going to give up. What's his name?
Jameis
Winston for Cam. They're the same player.
He's out of there.
They're the same player.
But
though.
Here's the thing: if you're Cam Newton and Carolina doesn't re-sign you, what would you like more than anything else?
Go to Pittsburgh.
No, you would want to go where you can burn them every year, twice a year. Where can you burn them every year, twice a year?
You're right.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's
who
true.
Does not have a quarterback, but has 2 quality wide receivers, decent running game, pretty good line.
Decent running game, yeah.
But they don't have a guy that can throw, and these are tall receivers now. So the fact that Cam doesn't really plant like he should, I mean, it is what it is. But he doesn't really plant like he should.
He did. That year they went to the Super Bowl. He looked like the perfect quarterback. He looked like the perfect quarterback that year. Yeah. I mean, every throw, it was coming out of his hand like lightning. You know what I'm saying? And it was on the money. And then after that Super Bowl, they told him he couldn't win because he can't beat Peyton Manning. He never changed. He changed that play. He's never been the same player.
If you look, he's actually the player he was before then as well. I will agree that it looked like there was a period of time when they had the Super Bowl run where he was dialed in.
Yeah,
he was just throwing real well, like he was in the zone.
And that defense was ridiculous too.
The defense was really
good.
But I think that it was just right place, right time.
Yeah,
you get your mojo going, and
I don't know.
I want to set the record straight. We're not biased at all when it comes to any football team, even though all 3 of us is Eagles fans. We're all Eagles fans, but we're not biased.
By the way, I'm not biased. You know what I'm saying? All views expressed are expressly my own. You know what I'm saying? So, speaking of tall receivers, remember Megatron? We were just talking about this.
Yeah, I remember.
This guy, let's talk about this quarterback. This guy is ridiculous. He's been doing it for how long? About 14, 15 years, maybe?
Oh, you're talking about probably 9-10 years.
No, you sure? I don't know. I think it's longer. Yeah, we're going to check on that. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Matthew Stafford had an amazing game. He threw for almost 400 yards, right? A couple touchdowns maybe or whatever. But the thing is, he's still doing this. And he still loses. I feel so bad for that. I don't
The Vikings is a good team, though.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But it's not just them, though. Like Matthew Stafford's been doing this so long.
But when you look at their defense when they played us, it was like, what the fuck? You thought they were like the defense Philly used to be a couple years ago, right? So they look like the defense that Philly used to be a couple years ago.
Yeah, we used to be nice, but
10 years. His first year was 2009.
2009.
Yeah, so this is 10 years for him.
Wow, it seems like it's been 20.
Yeah. He's been there for a while, though.
It's sad because he's been great.
They were so bad before him that's probably why it feels like he's been there longer.
Yeah. They were trash. Yeah, they were absolute trash.
Horrible, bro.
No, but he's been great. He's been great since he got there. You can't complain about anything. He's durable. He's durable. He can put the ball downfield. Everything
except for winning.
Yeah, except for winning, and I can't put all that on him. You can't put all that on him.
You can't put all of it on him, but there have been some games.
Oh, that were winnable. Yeah.
Because really, when he played us earlier this year, when he played Philadelphia, that was a winnable game for us. Their defense stopped us because I'm not going to make excuses, but we all know that some of our more important playmakers.
We're not there.
Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson. We're not on the field.
Our 2 best receivers, and all we had was Nelson, no hands, Aguilar.
We got there, and we had a chance, and we couldn't make a play because Ertz couldn't get those extra 2 yards because of where he caught the ball. That he needed to make a play after catching the ball, and he wasn't able to.
Hey,
I think Stafford and Wentz are 2 quarterbacks in the league that are pretty much in the same position. Great quarterbacks.
I would disagree.
Whoa, bro, watch your mouth.
I would disagree.
No. This is okay. Not the comparison of quarterbacks.
They both have a huge stature.
The situations that they're both in, they're good quarterbacks.
No, we don't lose, man.
That can win games, but they just don't have the backing when it comes to their wide receivers and their tight ends and their.
Well, I don't know. Matthew Stafford had Megatron, man.
Well, that's the thing.
He's got Marvin Jones now. Is that? Yeah, like he's got weapons.
He got Galladay.
Galladay.
He got TJ Hawkinson.
He got a whole
you know,
yeah, I love Galladay.
He's got
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's got
Marvin Jones and Galladay. That's enough.
He's got the tight end.
Yeah,
big tall guy, jump ball professional.
Who's the running back?
Kerryon Johnson, but he's hurt, so they had another running back. And they have what's the other guy's name? They said it today, but the third string running back, he catches the ball.
Yeah, so they have a.
Like
they don't. The thing is with a quarterback of that caliber and receivers of that caliber, your running game only has to be average, and you still can't win no games.
When we watched Monday night, right? Galladay had 84 yards in the first quarter, and it was still a minute and a half left. Remember?
Yeah, and then he disappeared.
Well, we're like, oh damn, he's about to put up
he's about to, he's about to have 1,000 yards. I don't know if it's Galladay. I remember we was talking about that.
Well, you got to remember too, it's the place of the game.
Yo,
if you go out and you run from 84 yards on me in the first quarter, if I'm a defensive coordinator for the other team, stop him. We're still not to stop him. He's not going off for 200 yards against us.
Right,
it's not happening.
Right.
So I'm really not worried. What do y'all think about the chances that the Chiefs?
Season is over.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I feel like without Mahomes,
he's so
I don't think they.
He's not. They're not.
Well,
doing anything.
I'll take it a step further.
I got another quarterback for you.
I'll take it a step further.
Analyze this for us.
Who do you think is in the worst shape as we sit right now? It doesn't matter when they're coming back, but let's assume
team or quarterback.
They all come back at the same time. All three of these players. Tua from Alabama, Zion from New Orleans.
Or Mahomes.
I'm gonna say Mahomes.
Kansas City.
I'm gonna say Mahomes.
And why do you say Mahomes?
Why?
Yeah.
He's a more prominent player.
Is he though? If you look at
Zion is a new player.
I'm gonna go with Mahomes.
And the Alabama quarterback.
The reason I go with Mahomes.
We're talking about a college team, right?
But we're talking about a college team that most people feel
right. They're always number one. They're ranked number one every year. They're actually that's actually the 33rd NFL team.
You know what I'm saying? Year as an athlete not to get hurt because ain't no team gonna be interested in you coming in there hurt. If they are, they gonna play you. But they know that you're gonna be accident prone down the line. And
but what you guys see is Alabama is like basically the 33rd NFL team. They're the
best team in college. Yeah.
Best team in college. Right. So I see what he's saying, how it affects their season.
And if you don't have the best player on the best team, the quote unquote best team, that can be argued, but one of the best teams.
It can really affect your entire season.
That's going to affect your season. Now you also have to think about, my opinion is Zion. Because we all know who the face of the NBA is, and that's LeBron James.
Right.
But LeBron James plays on the West Coast.
Right.
So more often than not, you're going to see him playing later games, 10 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah.
So
who's gonna love it?
Right.
I can't wait. But I want to see Chuck and Ernie and all them guys. Oh man, I can't wait for
those games that are going to be on earlier. You know, I was listening to the Will Kane show on Friday.
I was just watching that on Friday.
And I was just, and one of the things that he brought up was how Zion and the Pelicans had like 10 games in the first month of the season that were on.
They're going to be marquee games.
So they're marquee games, and it's a guy that the league, not just the Pelicans, but the league wants to make a new face of the league.
They want to endorse him.
Right. So
he's the guy.
If you're telling me, even though he's a rookie, he's clearly already
another face of the league.
League. Mahomes.
Season-wise, season-wise.
Yeah, but the thing
so his injury is that going to affect his season? The Pelicans' season.
But
it's going to depend on how long. Yeah, it's going to depend on how long he's out.
Where will they be at when he comes back?
That's the part. That's the part we're talking about where we don't know how long he's going to be out. They're not telling us.
But can this knee handle 70-something more games?
That's the thing.
For the rest of the season.
No, and my thing. But the reason I pick Mahomes is because while he may not be as he is. He's kind of like one of the faces of the NFL, but it's different. Yeah, he's a franchise quarterback. My problem with him being out is I saw the replacement. What's his name? It was trash, yo. It was trash.
They got
I can't see them winning another game without him. I can't see them winning a game without him.
They were talking about. They said they should be able to go 2-2.
No, I don't think so. I saw this guy play the other night. I watched him. He's garbage, man. What name? Matt Moore. Yeah, he's trash, man.
He moved the ball.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
He got him in the end zone.
Did they win?
He didn't. I don't know if it was him. They was already up. The defense won that game.
But they won.
The defense won the game, and Kansas City's defense is not that good. They just look good.
Did Moore play all 4 quarters?
I think it was who they were playing.
The question was, did Kansas City win the game?
Yes.
Kansas City did win the game.
Did Moore play all 4 quarters?
He played.
Time out, guys. Time out. Let me tell you something.
So what was the score when he came in, though?
Now
you know it's coming.
Now that I don't have.
What?
Okay, guys, we got.
No one cares.
Right now, it is Uncle Mo's rant. Every segment we are doing a 5-minute rant with Uncle Mo. He gets to go off and he's gonna talk fish, and he's gonna keep it 100.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
And the clock starts now.
All right. So listen. First of all, if you're not a Sixers fan, you're not an Eagles fan, then don't bother looking at the show. Get out of here. Say no, I'm just playing. Let's see what else we got. Football season's almost coming to that halfway point.
It's fast season.
We really need to know what's going on. The Eagles going to win the Super Bowl. Not sure how we're going to get there, but we will get there. Trust me. I didn't know how we were going to get there the year we went there. The rest of these teams are trash to me.
We went 13-0 in the regular season.
Yeah, like come on. I did that in my fantasy. Anybody want to play with me in fantasy? See about me. Just tag me or something. And we'll stop that. I got these guys by my side. I'm really about to love this. I don't even need 5 minutes. I'm done.
And that was
it's like, nah, I'm just playing. And that's Uncle Mo's rant. You know what? Oh, I forgot. Dallas sucks.
Yes.
Okay. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, please delete this. You know what I'm saying? Please don't come this way. We don't do Dallas.
I don't even want you to subscribe.
We don't do Dallas.
Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, unsubscribe.
The views of these two do not go for the show. Okay. We like Dallas fans watching just as much as everybody else.
As a matter of fact,
okay.
If you're a Dallas fan that lives in Philadelphia, eat up. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Just to get back to what we were saying.
Ben Franklin Bridge is pretty high.
Real quick.
Ben Franklin Bridge is the most beautiful bridge in the country.
The next 5 games that the Chiefs have, just to wrap that top it up real quick.
Okay.
They play the Packers next Sunday.
Okay.
That's going to be a tough game for them.
They're going to lose.
Even if they have Mahomes,
they're going to lose.
Aaron Rodgers.
Where is it, at home or in Green Bay?
It is
Green
Bay.
Yeah, they're going to lose.
Then they play the Vikings.
They're going to lose.
They're going to lose that one.
So here's the thing.
Who they play out of that? Miami.
The Vikings look good today, but we all know Kirk Cousins is 50-50.
Oh boy, that boy's suspect.
So that's what I'm saying. So you got to think about week
suspect.
to week. How's Kirk Cousins going to play week to week? He had some games where he's played well. He's had some games. He's had some games where his own wide receivers have said, "You need to
I ain't never seen this dude play well. I mean,
he played well this week.
He played well enough to get a good contract.
He played real well last week.
He's mediocre.
Yeah, he did.
He played real well last week. I don't want to admit it, but he played real well.
Average-wise, he's mediocre.
Hey, what y'all think about that San Fran defense, boys? I think they the real deal.
They tough.
Nobody's putting up points on them, man.
They tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody's putting up points on it. They flying around like the Dawkins Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Remember?
Oh, shit.
The Hawk, baby.
Yeah.
So
that's how they look right now.
To like San Fran over the last 5-6 years. You know, I have some friends that are San Fran fans who talk about San Fran quite a bit. They have a lot of number 1 picks on the defense.
Yeah, they have. So they sure have.
If those guys are not doing what they're doing right now, then that means their front office is trash. And I'm not taking away from it because you still have to make the right picks. But what I'm saying is there should be an expectation for people for San Fran's defense to be this good.
Yeah.
You got Richard Sherman, who's a guy that can basically take away half of the field still. He's doing it. He's doing it. You can frown, but he's doing it. He's an integral part of that defense, and he's the veteran leader on that defense.
He's the veteran, and he's the ambassador for the defense. He plays, but he's not at the level he was even 3 years ago.
Doesn't have to be the level he was 3 years ago.
Right, because he got all these young guys flying around with him. You feel me? You know what
he knows how to play and do what he needs to do and play his position. So you got veteran leadership. You got a high blue chip rookie, the Bosa kid.
Yeah.
You got a lot of other high draft picks that are playing well. So their defense should be a top defense.
Their offense, their run game is actually pretty nice too.
Their run game is monstrous.
Yeah, it is.
Jimmy Garoppolo is getting to do the Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he ain't got to do much. You just stand back here, hand the ball off, sling it every now. And that opens up the downfield passes too. Yep. So yeah, Garoppolo could end up looking like the man. You know,
Give him a couple of years. And I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I like him when
I
he
do
was
too.
backup
I do
behind
too.
Tom Brady.
I wish
He's one of the few
I
people
was glad
from-
when he got his contract. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the few people from New England that I actually really liked.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, this guy might be a good player if he gets the right opportunity. I think he has it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting better. The knee injury set him back last year. Didn't get to play last year, so he didn't get to
Another
develop.
knee.
So the thing
Another
is,
knee. I'm gonna start breeding quarterbacks with 3 knees. You know what I'm saying? But wait, listen. Let me tell you something.
Double ACLs too.
Yeah. ACLs, MCLs, all that. We're gonna get all the L's out the way. Well, we did that before we got on the show. But anyway, is it just me? No, I know I'm lying. But anyway, is it just me, or do the Lakers look as advertised?
They don't.
I think they look as advertised. They are better than advertised. It looks like a well-oiled machine already.
I'll take.
Did you see the blowout, bro?
Listen, I get that, but I say when LeBron was with Cavs, that looked more advertised.
No,
you had key big players on one squad starting at the same time.
What is Anthony Davis? What?
They look injured?
No. Nobody's injured. Everybody. The only one that wasn't playing the other night was Rajon Rondo. They got LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kuzma. Then they got Danny Green coming down on D. Crazy. They got who else? It was somebody else that they got. Avery Bradley, is he?
Yep, Avery
Bradley, Rajon Rondo, bro. LeBron. They keep talking about how LeBron, his assists are going to go up, his rebounds are going to go down because he got these. Come on, JaVale McGee looks like a superstar right now. Come on, you're playing with these guys. So many of them, and they're so big. There's not a team in the league that can match them size-wise, except the Sixers.
Right. Who did they play?
Golden State blew them out by 30.
Wow.
Yeah, by 30, but Steph didn't play. Steph Curry didn't play.
So this is the Golden State that doesn't have
Klay Thompson. Kevin Durant,
a lot,
or even that night, Steph Curry.
A lot. But they got Draymond Green.
It's the weird.
I would say.
Get out of here, monkey!
Get out of here, monkey! Right. I'm not a fan of Draymond Green. I hate that.
I would say that if you want to say the Lakers look good, that's one thing.
They look great.
But if you want to say
they look great
against a Golden State team that doesn't have its top 2 returning weapons offensively,
it's not a problem.
So then what does that say about Golden State? Because Kevin Durant's not coming back.
Okay, that's fine.
And Klay Thompson's not going to play this year.
Isn't Durant with the Nets?
You're right.
Durant's not playing this year either.
Right.
But he signed with Brooklyn.
What I'm referring to is you don't have.
It's not the same team, so it doesn't look as impressive.
Yes, and it's not even the best version of the current teams.
Right. I get you.
So I'm not saying that the Lakers are not as good as advertised or as good as you guys.
I think they are.
But I think if we're going to judge them off a game against a Golden State team without Steph Curry.
No, I've watched. They played a couple games. I don't watch them all. Who did they play?
Steph Curry's still playing on the team. He's not injured.
But first of all, it's preseason. The season starts what?
It's preseason.
Season starts what? Tuesday?
Yes, this week.
Tuesday, this week. This guy doesn't want to do the back. I'm trying to get him in my fantasy basketball league, guys. I might have a slot open because he's disagreeing.
He has a slot.
You're not gonna play it?
And putting him in the league. No, he's playing. He playing.
Cool, McCain. You ain't gonna play this. You ain't playing?
He playing.
I've let it be known already that I will be playing, but the team will be at the bottom of the league.
Yeah, he said he's gonna be in last place. He already said he's gonna be in last place because he's not setting his lineup. He's not participating.
If I get on and I see it, fine. But I have.
Well, I'm gonna have to be a cheating behind league commissioner because I'm setting your lineup and I'm making trades. I'm trading your whole team to me.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up our sports segment of the show. Final thoughts, Cool McCain. What do you think about your final thoughts on sports, NBA and football?
I would just say I think injuries are going to play a big part in who wins and who doesn't this season in college and in the pros in basketball and football. So biggest thing to look for is who can stay healthy because there's a lot of talent and a lot of teams, but health is going to be a big part. I think Alabama, without their quarterback, is going to hurt Zion. Mm-hmm. He's going to hurt. I mean, other guys are going to have to manage their minutes so that they're ready for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And then basketball players as well. And football players as well. We got a lot of people going down. Some of them are coming back. Some of them aren't. The ones that aren't going to come back, it's going to really hurt their teams and their chances to do something. So I think injuries is a big thing to watch for this year.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Uncle Mo.
Let me start off with tonight. I'm going with 28-20 Eagles in Dallas. 28-20
Okay.
Eagles in Dallas. Let's make it happen. The injuries, huge problem right now, especially at very prominent positions like the quarterback. I've never seen as many quarterbacks hurt at the same time.
Week 8.
So that also makes me wonder about these schemes that they're coming up with, that the coaches are coming up with. So maybe we might start looking at talking about coaching and what coaches are protecting their quarterbacks. And not only that, but these offensive lines. What are you doing? Are you doing what you're supposed? Are you doing your job?
Who are these GMs?
Because you know what? Those guys on the offensive line are making millions of dollars too to do their job. Right. So if I go to work and I don't do my job and my boss get fired, that don't make sense. Right. I'm supposed to get fired because I didn't do my job.
Or he could get fired from making
I think that's important. Like these guys, and that's big for me. Like these guys, you got to understand, in all these professional sports, these guys are making millions and millions of dollars. Even something I haven't seen yet, like you know. And even the guys on the sideline, they're making money to do a job. So it's like, even if somebody gets hurt, it's next man up. And that's what I like about the Eagles. I gotta tell you, it's always next man up. But some of them suck. That's an Aguilar. But outside of that,
McCain, you like Aguilar?
No, he doesn't. It took too long.
Which Aguilar are we talking about? We're talking about the one that catches the ball.
So our next topic for the day.
Wait, and one last thing. I completely see a Lakers-Sixers finals. Sixers are the only team that matches up with them.
We did call
We're the only team that matches up with them size-wise.
Okay. All right. So what are we talking about today, guys? What's our next topic? Okay, I'm gonna let you start off this show. What you got on your mind, man? November is coming up. Everybody know what's in November?
Yeah, no one cares.
Oh, it's gonna matter.
Yeah, I know it matters, but no one cares.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie 2020. I don't mean to be pubbing nobody. Sanders. But I don't mean to be pubbing nobody like that much. But there's you got what 20 Democratic possible candidates. You know what I'm saying? And they're clouding the water is what they're doing. I love that everybody is trying to get this man out of office, but you're muddying the water with so many. So the Democratic national debate, the debate they had last week, it was just a stage full of people that don't know what they're talking about. Like everybody, you know about this or you know about that. Bernie's been around. He's been doing this with Dr. King, man. He's been doing this so long. He's really about
20 debates, right?
About the business.
You got 20 Democrats. How do you expect for the people to contrast all the information that they're all trying to say in their own
right? How do you
know what I'm saying?
bring that in? How do you interpret
information that? From 20 different people that you want one person to understand and pick you for.
You know and you don't even know these people. You get name me 5 of those people.
I couldn't.
Well, the thing is, anytime there's an election, you have to do your own research. So if you wait for someone to tell you what they're about for debates, that's the thing that you're into, then you're already behind the 8 ball.
I get what you're saying. They should be out there and already know.
You should know.
You should already have an idea of what it is. Right.
Whatever your my thing is, whatever your political party is, if you're independent, if you're Republican, if you're Democratic, if you're Libertarian, whatever. Do your research, find a candidate that you feel like is going to push the agendas that you want pushed, because that's essentially what everyone's doing. If you like Bernie, you like what he's doing. If you like Trump, you like what he's doing. If you like one of the other candidates, you like what they're bringing to the table.
But here's
so do your research, decide who it is that you want to do, and that's who you should roll with.
Okay. But here's my thing. The problem I have with the whole electoral process is that, number one, so you have 20 candidates that you have that are running just to get the Democratic nod, just to be the Democratic candidate for president.
Right.
So from that, so it's muddying the waters. That's what happened with Hillary Clinton. So you have all these people. So all these people are like, yeah, Hillary, because she's with Bill. I think a lot of people voted for Hillary because of Bill Clinton, which then eliminated Bernie. I mean, Bernie should have been on the ticket last time. He should have been the Democratic nominee, in my opinion. Yeah. But so now you have all these people. So we're muddying just the Democratic waters. The Republicans, they're already got their guy. And it's going to be a lot of turnover from that. Like there's going to be a lot of Republicans that actually vote Democrat this time. Yeah. I promise you.
Democrats took the House. So they would take the House last year.
Yeah, very seriously. I want everybody to get out and vote. I don't really care who you vote for. We'll figure it out. But get out and vote. It doesn't matter. If you don't go and vote, your voice is silent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like Cool said, it's like get out there and vote, yo. Like
do your research, man.
Do your research, know what you want. Look at your life and your issues and figure out what you think, which agenda is best for you. You know? That's my word on that.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
You know.
So we're gonna switch it up. I do got some music.
Yo, by the way, can we tell them where we at?
Yeah.
We right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. We down here. This dude, there's a radio station called Baby. The Baby. This dude is on the radio. There's a baby and a little baby, and they both are the biggest babies ever, bruh. I can't turn on the radio. We was on the radio the other day, right? We listened to the radio. We changing the radio in the car, and every station this dude was on, yo. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yo, listen, shout out to the Baby. Shout out to
the Baby, yo. He flooding the game right now.
Rico, I linked up and talked to Rico on IG Live earlier last week, man. Which is the guy that shoots all of the Baby's music videos. So that was big things. I'm about to link up with 2 Chainz DJ as well, man. So
yeah, what y'all think of Cardi B, yo? What y'all think of Cardi B?
Cardi.
Wait, how'd it go? I would never date her. She looks weird to me. Her face.
Listen, look, I'm gonna say this about Cardi, right? I think Cardi is talented.
You do think she's talented?
I think she's talented.
That's the question I have. Do you really think she's talented?
She's talented.
Or do you think that she popped in at the right situation?
So how her career kind of extended was from, obviously everybody know Love and Hip Hop, right? Her being a stripper.
Right.
Then went to Love and Hip Hop. Okay, she got it back. She fixed the teeth and got her body banging like she say in a song, right? Boom. Once you get to that stage, label took over her and pretty much redeveloped.
They made her
into this.
They made her into this.
You know what I'm saying? Sculpture, like the way they wanted everybody to perceive her.
So you gotta look at too. Anytime you're looking at an artist,
and she's married to Offset, which is a big plus because now she's tapping into the Migos fans.
Is it really?
I don't know if it's a big.
It makes him a power couple.
I think it's a plus for him. I think it's a plus for him.
I think it's a plus for him.
She's bigger than her right now. She's bigger than him right now.
Migos is a big group though, and they were a big group.
They were for a year. She's bigger than them. She got more sustainability already.
Demographic.
I thought you knew already.
But Migos is more like, to me, they're popular with a certain demographic of people. You know, I think the thing about Cardi B is she hit at the right time, but she knew how to hit it. You know, no one can go in the studio and say, Cardi, when you're hitting your notes, when you're rapping, you hit it here hard here.
That was what I was about to make that point.
Those type of things. Those are things that she had to know herself, or that she had to develop that no one can do before.
Right.
I think her voice on the microphone is just like it's different.
I don't even think it's different, but also
her energy is different.
Her delivery. Her delivery, even if she has ghostwriters, her delivery is great. It's like it's killing. I'm listening to it in the car. I'm in there.
Most rappers have ghostwriters anyway, so you know what I'm saying?
So I can't. I'm not going to front on her for that.
What female rapper do you know that most dudes will actually sing that female rapper's verse?
Cardi B.
Cardi B more than anybody. Any other female rapper? You know what I'm saying?
I understand you. Get what I'm saying? Not me.
Foxy Brown.
Right.
We're talking about like current right now.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Look, I'll be real with you. Foxy wasn't even as
brat.
Even back then when Foxy was big, she was never even as big as Cardi is now. I can tell you that.
Well, it's hard to compare.
And
it's 2 different times.
They didn't really have all the other outlets back then. You know what I'm saying? That was back.
There was no social media. My bad. Did I mention the brat? You know what I'm saying? The BRAT. You know what I'm saying? Missy. Oh man, Missy's Missy's the queen.
It's a lot of.
So let me come on, Queen Latifah, my boy. What? Come on, dance for me. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, Queen Latifah was the truth, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, the Flavor Unit, bro. She had leg 1 and leg 2, bro. Stop playing. Or was that Light? Anyway, these are that's my the outlets are just not the same. Like this social media thing is crazy.
Yeah.
It blows these artists up so much more now.
And you know why? And a perfect example, and I got to talk about this because there was some breaking news about him recently. This guy 6ix9ine, he became famous because of social media. Now, everybody knows he's been in the federal custody. He just did a RICO case. He just beat his trial. He's gonna be released. They say 2 weeks before Christmas.
And dead.
He just signed.
Dead by New Year.
No, listen. He just signed a $10 million record deal last week in prison. And this is reports, but no, the record deal is true. But the second report that came out a couple of days ago was he is signing a management deal with P. Diddy.
I can see that, but that's not going to stop the bullet, buddy.
And he says the reason he wants to is because he feels as if P. Diddy is the guy that can keep.
He better get his money up front, bro, because I don't know if he's gonna live out that contract.
He's still sitting on $15 million more.
All I'm saying,
if
you signing with P. Diddy,
have you ever seen money?
You can
stop
already
a
count
bullet?
like 10% of your money's gonna be gone or more because Diddy's gonna get a writing credit.
Oh, Diddy gonna take 30 of that. Easy.
He's gonna get a production.
Diddy gonna
credit.
take 30 off that.
Like you can watch what he's done.
Like that's not actual money that he's getting in his hand. Is what he's saying. That's not actual money he getting in his hand.
Other artists he's had,
yeah.
You know, if you talk to other artists that were ever signed to Bad Boy, they'll tell you like, you know what I'm saying. If you go on P. Diddy, now I don't know if he's signing a contract with Bad Boy.
Diddy
or
couldn't possibly make as much money as he makes.
If it's P. Diddy management, he may not be able to get as much.
No, if he was signed background.
If he was signed to Bad Boy.
No, he's signing to 10. It's called 10,000, which is the old record label he was signed to before he blew up with the 9 Trey Bloods with Shoddy and all of them. So it's.
But y'all are avoiding the issue at hand. Y'all both keep trying to talk.
No. I mean, look.
Do you think that 6ix9ine is going to last long enough in society to collect that 10 million?
Yeah, you know why? Why? Because look, these rappers and all these rappers that are mad at him.
It's not just rappers.
It's not just rappers, but at the same time, he don't have to live in the state of New York either.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
he could go live in Africa somewhere. That's the only way
he's planning. He had the option of having
all his new records gonna be like. No,
listen, he had the option of going into witness protection, which everybody know. When you go into witness protection, what they do is they change your name.
His first album gonna be called Spear Chucker.
Listen, they change your name, they change your whole identity.
God, yo.
Nobody will be able to ever find you. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a mob boss that was a part of Irv
Gotti's. They found Tupac.
They had a mob boss that was part of Irv Gotti clique who was a baker, and they didn't even tell nobody he died until 7 years later. He was in witness protection. You know what I'm saying? Nobody even knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? But now you got this guy. He said he don't want witness protection. He want 24-hour protection for him and his family. So basically, he's gonna have 24-hour security around him.
You know what? And even that being said, even if he does survive, like I don't want to live like that. I flat out don't want to live like that.
My thing is
being hated.
Yeah, like come on, man.
If you really know anybody,
he got his fans that love him.
That's ever been like involved in that type of lifestyle, right?
Nope, don't know none. I just know these two guys, and they're trash guys. don't listen to none.
The next guy I bring up, Uncle Mo, is about to get mad about because this story I'm about to tell y'all next is gonna be funny. But my man Clint, what you say about it?
So I was just saying that the thing is, if you know anybody that's lived a lifestyle of in that that lifestyle before, there's certain people that you just got to make sure you rub the right way to get back to the point where you can live like you want to live.
It's scary. He crossed everybody.
He crossed everybody, but if he comes correct with the right cash for the people,
Puffy is one of those guys.
He can make
Puffy
sure that
is
he
one
can
of those
live,
guys.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right. I can dig that.
And that's probably really why he's going
doing that
to Bad Boy.
He's smart.
Okay. Yeah, that is it's an excellent business move. I'll tell you that.
DMX.
My
breaking
nigga.
news, guys. DMX was found last week in an SUV, butt naked, high off of crack cocaine, and has turned himself back into rehab.
Don't talk about
this. Is from his stint. This is from his stint. He just got released from prison earlier this year.
That's all right.
Everybody knows that DMX had a bad drug
he was on
crack.
Real bad.
He was on heroin. He was on crack.
Yeah.
He did coke. He did a little bit of everything.
He used to live in
He was living a real life Belly movie. Like he was really in Belly in real life.
Even before he did Belly, he was living like that.
And it's sad news. His son found him in his truck.
Yo, my old barber back in Philly lived in the neighborhood with him in Baltimore. They live with him. You know, he's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Shit, so
How y'all feel about DMX returning? You think that this binge of drugs he's on is going to ever stop, or he'll just?
I think it's money. I think it's money related. That's the problem.
But he signed a deal.
He needs somebody to manage him a bit. And the thing is, he's such an individual that he's not really the manageable type.
You think it's people around him too?
No.
You don't think there's leeches on him?
I think he has a sickness.
If you got money, you got leeches.
Yeah,
like, you know what
always.
I'm saying? That's mandatory.
When you got like 15
they say this
yes
dude,
man.
They say before he even got in the rap game, he used to walk around with a pack of dogs and just be talking to himself and talking to the dogs.
I believe that.
Literally.
Wow.
Before he even got his career going.
Yeah.
That's how people knew him. That's why he, you know what I'm saying? That's really him.
That's not really a surprise based on, if you listen to his first album, you listen
to But that's what I love about him is that his music is real and raw. It's him. It's really him. And I feel bad for him. That's my dude, man. That's my dude.
Here's the thing from my perspective. I don't know DMX personally. I like his music. I know a lot of people that was feeling his music when it first came out, especially the first album. You know what I'm saying? But I think the thing is, with the drugs, it's your decision. You've got to make the decision that you want to be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Until you make the decision, no one can make it for you. I know people that have been on drugs. I've had family members that's been on drugs, bro. If you ever want to get off, you got to make the decision. I'm done and I'm not doing it anymore. Until you make that decision, it doesn't matter how many times you go to rehab. But if you do go and you do say, you know what, I'm ready to get this up, I'm ready to clean myself up, I'm ready to get my life together, then you can make it happen.
And if you're struggling with it, reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody.
He's got 15 kids, over 15 kids.
But
well,
really
that's just stupid.
I mean, how many people can reach out? You know what I'm saying?
It's all about wanting to change too, though. Seriously.
Yeah, you have to want to do it. You have to want to do it. Yeah.
He's clearly not, at least up to this point, at the point where he needs to change what he's done or what he's doing as far as the drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna judge anybody because I've never been like an addict. I've never been addicted to anything like that. But from seeing other people, it's hard to get off. And he's got money, so he's got access. So even though certain
I think
people,
that's the problem.
He got no more money. Yeah, say that's what happened. I think that's what I think. That's what I think bounced him back into the
every time
the problem that
he
he
radio
had.
and they play DMX songs.
Yeah, he got money coming in, but now he tried to make a comeback and he made a couple songs and everything, right? You know what I'm saying? So
put him on tour.
Yeah, put him on tour and got him. So he had that big money coming again. That's where most artists make their money is on tour. So once he got that again, now he's got, because before he was probably just trying to live. So trying to humble himself, so to speak. But now he's got that access to those funds again. And he's like, well, I'll just try it once and boom, you're done. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. It really sucks. That's my dude, man.
I do wanted to bring this up also. Mary J. Blige will be actually playing in Power, the sequel shows. So Power is doing spinoffs.
Yeah.
And Mary J. Blige will be playing.
Not feeling the spinoff.
I did want to say this. Power will not be airing tonight. Thanks to Comcast. Comcast dropped Power. 50 Cent went ham on Instagram and cussed them out and said, this is true. And 50 Cent said, if you don't,
news. I'm about to check
I'm not lying. 50 Cent said, if you do not put Power back up there,